Now, these are the teeth of a 45-year-old patient who brushes every day, never misses a dentist appointment, and eats sweets only on occasion.
Are you serious? I definitely want to press X for doubt on that statement. Welcome back to the Freezing Bear office, where we dissect bad ads. In today's video, we're going to be looking at a weird dental supplement ad. This ad claims that it is so effective you'll never have to visit the dentist again. A mild warning before we get started, this ad contains images and videos of really gross looking teeth, so just keep that in mind. Okay, now let's get started.
Scientists at the National Institute of Dental Research have invented a powerful sour liquid that can regrow teeth and gums almost overnight.
So we have invented a powerful sour liquid that can regrow teeth and gums overnight. As soon as I heard that, I was like, oh boy, we are in for a treat. This is going to be a good one. You broke your tooth, all you have to do is take some of that sugar at the bottom of a Sour Patch packet and just dab that on the tooth. There you go. Grows overnight. There you go. Problem solved. I'm really interested in how they're actually going to try to justify this. This is pretty typical of these type of ads. They start off with a really bold claim, and then as the video goes on, they just kind of water it down until it's pretty common sense.
This method is 10 times more effective than any existing solution and means you'll never have to step foot into a dentist office ever again.
Another pretty bold claim. This means you'll never have to step foot in a dentist office ever again. So whatever it is, this stuff is probably pretty good. Like, this is probably pretty amazing. If you don't ever have to go to the dentist, that is pretty cool. So for those of you wondering, this ad is for a supplement that promotes healthy mouth bacteria. So that is what this whole ad is about, you know? I just saved you about 45 minutes of watching through this ad, so you can thank me later. So thank me down in the comments.
The crazy part is that it only takes a few seconds to do and starts restoring years worth of damaged receding gums and decaying teeth in just a matter of days.
So like all other health ads, they start off with a bold claim, then next they talk about how anybody can do it and about how quickly it can be done. So that is very common. Like that is a very, it's a blueprint that all these ads follow.
The billion-dollar dental industry does not want you to see this video.
And of course, just like all the other ads, they go on to say, the billion-dollar dental industry does not want you to see this video. This video contains so much top secret information, you are immediately put on the dentist hit list. He's got that really high-pitched drill, and it's coming right for your skull. You gotta be careful, okay? Lock your doors, all right? I really think this argument that all these ads use is really weak because it's just, this industry is really bad, they're all terrible, except for us, we're really good. When the dental industry in itself is made up of so many different parts, you know, you got more natural dental products and, you know, you got standard ones, you know, you got the ones that the dentists use. So it's like saying, has your toothpaste made you $1 million? It hasn't? Yeah, see, I told you, toothpaste sucks. And even if the whole dental industry is super corrupt, it doesn't by default make you non-corrupt or any better, you know? So that was the YouTube ad, but then the YouTube ad links you over to this amazing video that we're gonna be checking out next. I'm being sarcastic when I say it's amazing.
This is a pair of 2,500-year-old teeth from one of our ancestors. It looks like this after being buried deep in the mud for centuries and accidentally excavated by heavy machinery. Not even a small cavity or crack, even though toothpaste, brushes, or dentists were inexistent back then.
There's actually a very simple answer to that question. Over the years, the food that we are eating is becoming more and more processed. Like the wheat is becoming more refined. We're eating lots more sugar. And the foods that we are eating are more acidic. So therefore they are harder on our teeth. You know, there's carbonated soft drinks that contain acids in them that eat away at the enamel of your teeth. Like there's all these different foods that we have access to now that are really harmful for teeth that they didn't have back 2,000 years ago. I'm also going to be putting sources down below in the description for all the stuff I'm talking about. Because obviously, as you can tell, I'm not a dentist, you know, I'm drinking apple juice, you know? Do dentists like apple juice?
Now, these are the teeth of a 45-year-old patient who brushes every day, never misses a dentist appointment, and eats sweets only on occasion.
Are you serious? I definitely want to press X for doubt on that statement. I think they've forgotten to add his daily intake of crystal meth, because I don't know how else you could achieve teeth like that. I don't know what else to say. That caught me off guard. That's like saying, look at this car that's been left outside for 5 years in the rain, and then just showing a completely totaled car that's been in an accident.
So how come teeth can thrive for thousands of years outside of the mouth, covered in dirt and worms, while in the mouth they get ruined by plain chocolate?
I just answered that question. It's almost like the ad isn't listening to me.
I can tell you now, it's not genetics, nor how healthy you are. It has nothing to do with what you eat either.
So another thing this ad is doing that is very similar to other health ads is they're making it seem like this is a freak occurrence and there's nothing that you have done that have caused this. Stuff like that can happen to people, you know, because random stuff does happen. Because I know I'm gonna get people commenting down below, no, my grandpa, he was like 5 years old and he lost all his teeth and he only ate broccoli, you know, so it has nothing to do with diet. So that is why I say most of the time.
It has nothing to do with what you eat either.
Like this argument can be easily disproven. People who drink like multiple liters of soft drinks every day, like they have horrible teeth because the phosphoric acid in the cola eats away at the teeth. That's why having an addiction to soft drinks can be quite damaging on your teeth. And that isn't new news. New news. That isn't new.
It has everything to do with something you are using every single day, thinking it keeps you healthy and safe, when in fact, it's getting inside your gum pockets, eating at your teeth.
It has nothing to do with genetics or your diet or anything like that, but it's you. You're f***ing up your teeth with something you're doing every day.
Hi, my name is Dr. Drew Sutton.
So the doctor behind this whole thing is Dr. Drew Sutton. He's an otolaryngologist. Anyways, you know, he specializes in like neck surgeries and all that kind of stuff. I'm not saying that if you're not a dentist, you can't know what's healthy for teeth, but I would have thought that this would have been made by a dentist. Like, oh, I'm from the inside dental industry and I got all these cool hacks that you got to learn because the dental cult thing was keeping me from sharing all my secrets, you know, something like that.
If you're like most of my clients, then you've probably heard all of the promises before and even tried a lot of the so-called solutions out there. Stuff like deep dental cleaning and scaling. Maybe you've put your hopes into supplements, vitamins, powders, sprays, or herbal teas.
They just called themselves out. They said maybe you've put your hope into supplements, vitamins, powders. This is for a supplement that's supposed to help the bacteria growth in your mouth. Like the good bacteria growth, not the bad stuff. You idiot, you're buying supplements to help your mouth out? Oh, and by the way, buy my supplement. You're making fun of the very thing you're selling in this ad.
If you're like most people I work with, then you already know these so-called solutions are a never-ending subscription to the dentist chair that leave you in pain, scared, and disappointed.
But buy our supplements that you're gonna have to buy every month. These ads are just slapped together without any common sense. Weight loss ads would do this too. They'd be like, oh, expensive diet programs, you know, they cost so much money each month. But, you know, buy our supplement each month.
It's a solution that will remineralize and feed your gums with oxygen, backed by tens of clinical trials and supported by multiple international scientific studies from places like Harvard University, Sao Paulo State University, or the University of Otago, New Zealand.
It's interesting they say that, oh, it's backed by all these scientific references, but then when you go down to their scientific references below the video, it says that the National Library of Medicine, Healthline, Ask the Dentist, Nature, and HuffPost. Why didn't they cite any of the Harvard studies or any of the other studies from the universities?
Or by reputed publications like the Journal of the American Dental Association and Scientific Advances.
That's interesting and all, but I still don't see any references on how your teeth and gums can regrow overnight. So I guess maybe they just forgot to put that one on there.
Once you see the groundbreaking science behind this inexpensive solution for yourself, I'm sure that you'll be excited to give it a try.
This ad is trying to fix a problem that's already been solved. Supplements for your mouth already exist, but they keep on trying to convince you that they're answering this for the first time ever, you know? It's just misleading marketing in my opinion. It'd be like if a tech company recently released a phone and went, this new technology never before seen to mankind is here. We use 2,000-year-old technology to make this perfect device. Unlike all the other phones that have to connect to landlines, this connects to cell towers and Elon Musk satellites. It's like cell phones have been around for years now. The solution to the problem already exists.
I will let you know the scientifically proven melting candy remedy that could erase years of damage done to your oral cavity.
They always come up with such fancy names for their products too. Melting candy remedy. It's a supplement. It's a supplement. That's like calling your commute to work the roller coaster to the office.
As I said, my name is Dr. Drew Sutton, and I hope you won't mind if I take a second to explain who I am.
Sorry, Drew, I do have a big problem. We are 8 minutes into this ad so far, and I still don't know any more information, so I gotta say, I'm pretty disappointed.
I spent night after night bent over every study or article that I could find, over every news and every footnote. I didn't seem to come across anything good, but my intuition kept nudging me forward.
These ads always have a doctor making an amazing breakthrough and coming up with this cure that nobody else has ever thought of before because he has a patient that really needs extra help and has been to many other doctors and just can't get the issue sorted out. These ads all must be made to a certain template because they are just so similar to each other.
His breath was so bad, I had to keep the windows of my cabinet open long before he was gone.
This is just so crazy. This doctor is even in the Tenet universe. I had to keep the windows of my cabinet open long before he was gone. I think there's a little typo there. I think they're trying to say long after he was gone. Because obviously if you had bad breath, you'd have to keep the windows open. You know, that's not really saying much. But if it was really bad, even after he was gone, you'd still have the smell. So you'd have to keep them open. So I think that's what they were trying to say.
That's when I came across a little-known study that flipped everything dentists claim about gum disease, one that also shed light on what exactly is eating at your gums and teeth as we speak.
These ads are always so long-winded in their explanations for why their product's good. The whole basis around this ad is it's a probiotic supplement for your mouth, and it helps you with good bacteria because it's important to have good bacteria in your mouth because it helps manage the bad bacteria. It don't have to be like, oh, doctors hate this one simple trick, you know, the dentist mafia is stopping your teeth from regrowing.
Actually, every time you swallow, you are seeding your gastrointestinal tract with bacteria, fungi, and viruses from your mouth, 140 billion per day to be exact.
Just 141 billion, not 141 billion in 1 or 141 billion in 2. Definitely not 141 billion in 10. That's just way out of there. Absolutely no chance.
Our teeth are constantly under the attack of the dental care chemicals. For example, let's take the most popular dental care product, the toothpaste. Did you know a lot of toothpaste brands are detergent-based?
It was toothpaste all along that was causing all our troubles. All you had to do was just stop brushing. There you go. Who knew? The dentist was trying to get you to come back so he could make more money, so he could afford another Mercedes.
Check all the products you use and immediately throw away the ones that contain one or more of the following ingredients: sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, sodium fluoride, triclosan, artificial sweeteners such as sodium saccharin, aspartame, xylitol, and erythritol.
Xylitol actually isn't an artificial sweetener, it's a sugar alcohol found in plants. And if you're having a tiny bit in toothpaste, it's not gonna do you any harm.
Artificial color dyes, often made from coal tar, propylene glycol, diethanolamine, DEA.
So I decided to go to the store and check out a bunch of different toothpaste brands and have a look at their ingredients and see how many bad items each of them contains. I looked at, regular toothpaste and also natural toothpaste. The first one is actually the one I use. I use a natural toothpaste. I use the Jason brand. So funny enough, the toothpaste I've been using for years doesn't have any of those ingredients he was just talking about. So I feel pretty good about myself. But anyways.
If that wasn't enough, some toothpastes use abrasives to be effective. The abrasives used, such as hydrated silica, are too rough. These ingredients can strip away the enamel, creating sensitivity and gum recession.
This ad goes on to talk about how bad hydrated silica is, talking about how it completely rubs away the enamel on the gums. I looked at 9 different toothpastes and all of them had silica or hydrated silica in them. You couldn't find a single one that didn't have it in there. So I think that's user error, because if you brush your teeth too aggressively, it harms the gums and it harms the enamel. The next brand was Tom's Clean and Fresh. It contained sodium lauryl sulfate, hydrated silica, and xylitol. Burt's Bees Pure White contained hydrated silica. Colgate Total contained hydrated silica, sodium lauryl sulfate, and fluoride. Crest Protection contained sodium fluoride, sodium lauryl sulfate, and hydrated silica. SENSODYNE Multi-Action contained hydrated silica and sodium fluoride. SENSODYNE PRONAMEL Intensive Enamel Repair contained sodium fluoride and hydrated silica. The Hello brand contained hydrated silica and xylitol. And finally, the Green Beaver brand, Green Apple flavor, contained hydrated silica and xylitol. I didn't see any toothpaste that contained DEA, triclosan, or propylene glycol. I don't know, maybe those aren't common in Canada, maybe those don't get put into toothpaste in Canada. I'm not sure. So this shows that there already are solutions out there to this problem. There's already natural toothpaste out there for people who want them. There are toothpaste that are fluoride free if you don't want fluoride. So what I'm trying to say from this is there are some compounds that maybe should be avoided in toothpaste, but you can buy other toothpaste that don't contain those. So you don't need to spend money on supplements. If the toothpaste is really what's causing all this damage, you can just find a more natural toothpaste if that's what you want.
If you use a natural toothpaste, one that does not contain chemical ingredients, the damage to the good bacteria is minimal. But even if you choose the best non-invasive dental product starting today, the bacteria strains are still incredibly weakened and need time to recover.
I'm a little confused. So there's products that if you use them, they weaken the bacteria in your mouth, which isn't a good thing. But if you use natural products that don't do that, apparently the strains are still weakened. The bacteria strains are still incredibly weakened and need time to recover. What are they weakened from? In this part of the ad, they're just trying to get you scared. They're like, well, you got to avoid all these products. And you're like, okay, I do. And they're like, but even if you do that, that's still not enough. You're still going to get gum disease. You're still going to die because your teeth fall out. At the beginning of the ad, they hinted at this, saying oh, there's something you're doing every day that's the real root cause of, diseases in your mouth.
It has everything to do with something you are using every single day, thinking it keeps you healthy and safe.
But then apparently if you are using the toothpaste that they recommend, that's still not enough. The bacteria is still suffering immensely.
Here's a quick tip to help you remineralize your gums and teeth, at least temporarily. Chew sugar-free gum.
I thought we were supposed to avoid artificial sweeteners.
Artificial sweeteners such as sodium saccharin, aspartame, xylitol, and erythritol.
How are we supposed to chew sugar-free gum if we can't have aspartame or xylitol? But don't do that. But do it. But don't. Did you just do what I said you're not supposed to do? Why didn't you do it?
Plus, remember, every time you swallow, you are seeding your gastrointestinal tract with over 140 billion bacteria and fungi.
Oh, don't worry. I haven't forgotten about that. 140 billion. Exactly. I know. Don't worry. I will never forget, Dr. Drew. I will never forget. That is enough of this ad, okay? This ad is really silly. In the very beginning of the ad, they talked about how this amazing process will allow you to never have to visit a dentist ever again. Let's just have a look at their disclaimer and see if that holds up. Please note that the information we provide is not intended to replace consultation with a qualified medical professional. But I thought we never had to see him again though. So this whole ad is to try to sell you this supplement called ProDentim. And it is $70 a bottle if you just buy one. But if you buy 6 bottles, they're $50 a bottle only. So it's such a good deal. So inside these supplements, it contains these 5 different bacteria. You know, I'm not going to try even to pronounce these because I have no chance. Except for this one, Bliss M18. I can do that one. Or this one, Bliss K12. As well as that, it contains inulin, malic acid, tricalcium phosphate, and peppermint. So that is what you're paying $50 a month for. So this is basically a $600 a year commitment, which is more expensive than me just going to the dentist. Then below it says our customers say 5 stars based on 95,000 reviews. On their site they do have a few reviews. So I did a reverse image search on these pictures to see if they'd been used in any other places. And the funny thing was I found that these 3 people have been used for reviews on like 4 other supplement brands as well. For the supplement Dentitox Pro, there they are for B-Live, there they are for Phytoset, there they are again for Diabacore. These 3 people are used for pretty much every website supplement ever sold. It is also incredibly hard to find a legitimate review of this product because there are so many paid articles on this. This website makes you think that the sale of these supplements is only lasting for 30 minutes. But then if you reload the page, the timer resets back to 30 minutes again, and you get another 30 minutes of the sale.
Not even a small cavity or crack. Hello, my name is Dr. Drew Sutton.
It's just the scummiest thing that you can do. Trick people into buying your product because you made them think that it was a limited time deal. So we're gonna end the video here. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and please subscribe. And why not check out some of my other videos on weird supplement ads.